and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as I'm sure you can tell from the title, is going to be all about what my 18-month-old Taryn eats in a day. Before I jump into the video and share with you guys what he ate, I do want to talk a little bit about Taryn and how he eats and how I feed him. When we first started feeding Taryn, we took a course called Feeding Littles that is all about baby-led weaning, and with that course I got access to an amazing Facebook group all about feeding your kids, babies and toddlers, and they do have a group you can join too even if you don't take the course. And if you're new to baby-led weaning or if you are feeding a toddler, I definitely recommend the group on Facebook if you like Facebook groups. I really do. Anyway, I'm in this group on Facebook and I know that I don't feed my son the way every mom feeds their kids. I just try and make Taryn's diet sustainable for his whole life. I want to teach him how to eat now so that way he also knows how to eat when he's an adult. When I filmed this video, he was teething. He still is teething. If you're a mama, you know that when your kids are teething, that definitely alters their behavior as well as what they eat or what they're willing to eat. So just keep that in mind as you watch the video. He also is a very on the move little boy. And I mean, he does not stop moving. He just runs all around this place, climbs over everything. So he's burning lots of energy, so he takes in quite a bit of food. Also, Taryn is still breastfeeding. He breastfeeds twice a day, first thing in the morning when he wakes up before breakfast and then right before he goes to bed. So he does get some nutrients from breast milk too. I think that kind of lets you know a little bit about Taryn before we get started in the video. So let's just go ahead and jump into what my teething toddler ate on this day. For breakfast this day, Taryn had some leftover banana bread that I had made a couple days prior. I try and always give him a dairy product as well. This morning he had a Chobani Greek yogurt. It was a peach flavored one and he loves flavored yogurt. I usually start off by giving him half and sometimes that is enough and I will just go ahead and put it in a Ziploc bag and throw it in my fridge to offer the next day. Give her a kiss. I'm not a stickler about utensils. I do offer Taryn utensils when I think that they're appropriate, but foods like this he does eat with his hands. But I will let you know that this way of feeding is very messy. Baby-led weaning in general is very messy.
You want more? Okay.
More what?
There's no more. There's no more yogurt, buddy. You ate it all.
As you just saw, Taryn does know a couple signs. He knows the sign for more and he knows the sign for all done. And here he just said he wants more food. Something that we do with Taryn is called you provide, they decide, where we provide the food and he gets to decide what out of the food that we gave him he wants to eat. And on this particular day, he had finished this whole yogurt and he still wanted more, but because that was all I was willing to give him of the meal, I did cut him off. I told him there was no more. I do set a limit in my head of like what I'm gonna let him eat. I hope that makes sense, but just explaining why I didn't give him more yogurt. Are you all done?
Dude, you made a mess.
Let's get you cleaned up.
The sign for all done is this or something like this, and Taryn does know how to do it. Sometimes he does this, sometimes he puts his arms all the way out, but then after he signs all done, if we don't get that from him really quickly, he does start throwing food and silverware on the floor. We do immediately end the meal when he starts throwing food and we get him cleaned up and we get him out of the high chair. So we give Taryn 2 snacks a day, and what those snacks are and how big they are kind of depends on what time he wakes up and when he's going down for a nap. But today he was going to get 2 pretty big snacks. The first one that I offered him was one of our go-to snacks, and it's just veggie straws and hummus. I just dipped them in the hummus for him. He does kind of know how to dip. I just took that step out of this today. So for lunch this day, we had one of our favorites, pizza toast. I serve pizza toast probably twice a week, and it's super simple to make. All you do is preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and then once it's preheated, take whatever type of bread that you like and throw it in the oven for 5 minutes. This way it can get kind of crispy. Once it's toasted, you pull it out and you just give it a good layer of marinara, whatever type of marinara you'd like. Cover it with cheese. We usually add pepperoni, but we didn't have any this day. And then you pop it in the oven for another 8 minutes. Once you pull it out, just let it cool and cut it up, and it is ready to serve to your toddler. So we have pizza toast, some veggies, it's peas and carrots, and some grapes. Does that look good to you? Taryn loves grapes and he really likes this pizza toast, but he does not really like vegetables. I do continue to expose him to them, but just no luck so far. Taryn wanted more grapes and more pizza, so I gave him more of that, even though he hadn't touched his vegetables. So just an update, he has not eaten any of his vegetables and has thrown them all on his tray, but he ate all of his grapes. Oh, and there we go, all done. One thing I know for sure is that Lola definitely gets all of her vegetables in, because anything that Taryn drops on the floor, Lola is waiting to eat. I know a lot of parents don't like sharing their food with their kids, but to me, I just feel like if I'm eating in front of Taryn, I should be sharing with Taryn, or at least expect that he's going to want me to share with him. On this day, I had an apple with some peanut butter for a snack for myself. He really likes it, and so I'm happy to share with him. And if you don't know, apples are actually choking hazards if they're raw for kids that are 4 and under. They need to be cut up super small for them to be safe. So I cut up some apple for him very thin in little matchstick strips. That way they're safe for him. And he enjoyed them while I enjoyed my apples, and we watched his all-time favorite movie, which is Cars. He's obsessed with Lightning McQueen right now. Shortly after that, I got him another snack ready. He loves snack bars, and these Plum Organic snack bars are one of our favorites to give him. For this snack, I also gave Taryn probably about 6 ounces of whole milk. Is that good? For dinner this night, Jonathan grilled us up some hamburgers. And we also had a variety of side dishes this night as well. We had some vegetable rice, roasted broccoli, roasted red peppers. I also cooked Taryn some of these green giant veggie tots because vegetables aren't his favorite, and I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get him to eat any of the broccoli or the pepper. So I don't know how you guys feel about ketchup, but in our house, we eat ketchup, and it also is an amazing tool to encourage Taryn to eat foods that he might not always eat. Taryn really liked this rice, which is interesting because he doesn't always like rice. He also ate his broccoli. He ate all of his broccoli. Dude, were you hungry? He ate really good this meal.
Are you all done?
So that is all that Taryn ate on this day. And I want to include one more thing, so that way if you guys have kids that absolutely hate being wiped up after a meal, you know that you're not alone, because this is what it's like to wipe down Taryn every single time he's in his high chair. Okay, so Taryn ate really good this day. He doesn't always eat this well, and honestly, I was surprised that he did eat this well. He was teething. Like I said, he had 3 teeth, 2 molars, and a front tooth come in. I do like to give Taryn foods he likes. I like to make sure that he always has food on his plate that he will like to eat, and then I do offer him foods that maybe he's never had before or doesn't typically eat. That way he has a variety, and hopefully over time he will get used to seeing those foods on his plate and become more open to eating them. I want to set Taryn up to be able to make good choices for himself and have balance in his diet when he is an adult, and that's why I feed him the way that I do. But I know I like to see what other parents are feeding their kids too. That's going to be it for today's video. If you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe, and if you want to see more videos about what my son Taryn eats in a day, maybe some of our favorite utensils and products, definitely give this video a big thumbs up so I can know that you want to see something like that. I will see you guys in our next video. Bye!